Tamil Nadu is a land of temples. These temples speak volumes of the glory of Sanatana Dharma, Hindu gods, the country's prosperity, social and economic conditions of those days, and the glory of kings who were the patrons of temple architecture, sculpture, painting, art, literature, and so on. This place is as the earliest rock cut temple. The place is Mandakapattu. Mandakapattu rock cut temple. This place is located in Viluppuram district of Tamil Nadu. This temple was built by the Pallava king Magendravarman I. This is the earliest cave cut temple. And this is found near the tank. That is, this temple was constructed near the tank. And all the cave temples of Magendravarman were constructed near the tank because it was considered as auspicious and it was recommended. There is an inscription here in this temple which says this temple was built for the Hindu Trinity, Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva. The temple was built without using wood, metal, brick or timber. It's a monolithic rock cut structure. The period is 600 to 630 CE. I wonder any other part of the world has such old monolithic rock cut architecture, except very few places, very few civilizations. And in this inscription, it is mentioned this brickless, timberless, metalless and mortarless mansion of Lakshita. This temple is referred as Lakshita Dayana. So this Lakshita was caused to be made by King Vichitra Chitta for Brahma, Ishvara and Vishnu. So Magendravarman is referred as Vichitra Chitta in this inscription. The language is Sanskrit and the script is Grantha. This temple is referred as Lakshitayana. This rock cut temple hewn out of northern face of small hill overlooking a water tank. It's situated in the west of village. This temple structure has the features like Artha Mandapa, Mukha Mandapa. The shrine is at the height of 4 feet above the ground level. In front of Mukha Mandapa, there are 2 pillars and 2 pilasters with niches at the terminals. They are of simple design. They have cubical base and top with intervening octagonal sections. Later Pallava cave temples have kudu decoration over cornice. There is another row of pillars and pilasters separate the Mukha to Artha Mandapa. The rear wall has 4 pilasters forming 3 niches, each 3 feet deep. There are 3 cells like 3 compartments which are dedicated to Lord Brahma, Lord Vishnu and Lord Shiva. And there are traces of painting in the rear wall. So they would have worshipped the deities in the form of paintings. There are sockets found which are probably for fixing the idols. But we don't find any idols there in the temple. And there are 2 bulky Dwarapalas carved in the niches at the terminals of Mukhamandapa. They are shown with 2 hands standing by the side of their huge club. The cave temple at Mandakapattu is a very important shrine and holds a considerable position in the history of architecture of South India and of Pallavas. The temple is dedicated to Hindu gods. The Pallava temples, along with the similar group of temples by the Chalukyas, which are mainly found at Badami, they all represent the earliest Hindu stone temples in southern India. And these temples were very significant because there was an architectural innovation as they marked the transition from wooden structures to stone. And we can find Mahendravarma's tolerance towards religion. He showed his leanings towards Jainism before he gravitated towards Hinduism. He converted to Hinduism by Appar, the Shaivite. So the kings promoted and they were patrons of Hindu temples. Though we find some of the Jain settlements around the cave temples, that shows that there was a tolerance towards religion. Certain people converted the religion from Jainism to Hinduism. This temple is now under the control of Archaeological Survey of India. So ASI preserves the temple now. And we know more information about Mahendravarman I from this temple. He was a great patron of painting and he encouraged the writing of grammar of painting called Dakshina Chitra, and he bore the title Chitrakara Puli. These paintings can be seen at Chittannavasal in Pudukkottai region. And for architecture, we find, that is, rock cut temples we find at Vallam, Dalvanur, Mahendravadi. They all speak about the contribution of Mahendravarman I. He was known as Vichitra Chitta, that means the man with newfangled ideas. He was a man of innovative ideas. So he introduced changes in architecture from wood to stone and paintings at the ceilings, and we can find some in the Kailashanatha temple in Kanchipuram. And there was his patronage from music. So we find many inscriptions speaking about all this. He himself had written 2 plays. He was not only interested in building of temples but also in secular engineering structures. Both the Vaishnavite and Shaivite phases of the remarkable movement took definite shape in his time. He himself was converted by Upper into Shaivism. So, he heralded an entirely new era in the history of Tamils and founded many traditions which lasted till the days of Vijayanagar era, Vijayanagar period.